Money's tight for everyone nowadays. It's never been more important to get the most out of the stuff in your pantry. That is why today I'm gonna show you guys 3 super easy 5-ingredient meals that anyone can make. Stick with me, let's make them together. Into our boiling pot goes 8 ounces of noodles. It could be any type of pasta that you have in the pantry. That's the goal of these recipes, is kind of get rid of that stuff that's been sitting in the pantry for a very long time. Because let's face it, we all got stuff in there, cans of stuff that has just been sitting in there for years. While our noodles are going, we're gonna get another pan onto our burner. Into our pan, we're gonna drop in 2 tablespoons of butter, and it's already preheated, so it should melt up pretty quick. Got this on like a medium-low heat. And when the butter is mostly melted and covering the whole pan, we're just gonna mince up some garlic. I got this handy mincer tool. I think it also encourages the use of fresh garlic. I'm not expecting fresh garlic in the pantry, but most people have a can of garlic, and that will do the job as well. It certainly beats eating ramen or peanut butter and jelly. So we're gonna get the rest of that garlic in there. We're mincing 4 cloves, and we're gonna let this garlic saute for a good minute or 2. We're not getting it super brown, but we do want it to start getting nice and fragrant. If the temperature's too high, the garlic's gonna burn, the butter's gonna start to burn. That's not what we're looking for. It's been simmering for a few minutes now. At this point, we're gonna add in 3/4 cup of heavy cream, milk, or half and half. I'm using half and half. Whatever you got, milk will work just fine. Milk is probably the cheapest option, heavy cream being the most expensive option. We're gonna let this simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. It'll start to thicken up a little bit. We're also gonna add in our cheese here in a few moments, and that's really gonna thicken up this sauce. Our noodles are almost done. You're gonna wanna time this to where the noodles will be getting done around the same time you're adding the cheese. I wanna make sure that everything's at optimal heat, everything will be done in time. It's gonna be great. At this point, it's been a couple of minutes. I'm gonna begin grating in our fresh parm. I'm using a microplane, and most of you guys are probably not gonna have this fresh parm. I'm expecting you using the canister, and if you use the canister, it'll work out just fine. Fresh ingredients are always better, but fresh ingredients are also more expensive, so the canister will work just fine. But I'm grating in 3/4 to a half cup to 3/4 of grated Parmesan. It will melt in there super easy, make this sauce thick and rich. These noodles are done. I'm gonna begin adding them in to our sauce mixture, and of course you can use a colander instead of scooping them out individually. I would like to have some control over how many noodles in here, because sometimes you make too many noodles and the dish comes out super dry. And honestly, a little bit of this pasta water isn't bad anyways. I had a little bit of starch in there, but it's honestly looking like they're all gonna be just fine in there. That sauce is thickening up well. This is kind of just a glorified, better version of like butter noodles. Just add that garlic in there, but it definitely takes it up a notch. Finish over top with a little bit of that Parmesan if you're trying to present it nicely. And then optionally, if you have it, you can add in a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Adds a nice little subtle kick to it. And that's it. If you thought that last one was easy, this one is even easier. I'm gonna start by adding in 1 cup of water, as well as 1 cup of instant rice. The directions on the box make it super easy to follow along and make rice. You don't even have to cook it on the stovetop. You can make it right on the microwave. As this rice gets to a boil, I'm gonna mix it up, drop it down to a simmer, throw a lid on it. Okay, our rice is done, nice and fluffed up. And while it's still hot and steaming, we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of butter. It should melt up super quickly. 2 more things in this rice. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drizzle on about 1.5 tablespoons worth of soy sauce. Make sure that you evenly disperse it because you don't want any puddling. You want this rice to kind of evenly have the flavor of the soy sauce. Soy sauce is super salty, so you do definitely not want that just kind of sitting in one spot. Well, that butter's melting up. We're gonna go ahead, crack in an egg. And you can make as many eggs as you'd like depending on your serving size. I'm only making for one, so I'm cracking 1 egg. All right, now the optimal egg for this dish is gonna be a sunny side up egg in terms of presentation. You want that nice yellow yolk that you can then break open and it looks absolutely amazing on camera. Just for presentation, I'm going to kind of trim up some of this excess here. That looks very nice. After your egg is done, let's go ahead and assemble. In goes our rice. Onto our rice, I'm gonna add a touch, just a touch of sesame oil. That stuff is very strong. You don't wanna be overpowering your dish. Onto that, we're gonna add that beautifully cooked egg. And we're gonna finish it off with a little bit of green onion. And if you're feeling extra froggy, add a little bit of sesame seeds on there. Third and final one, we're using some tuna. Perfect way to start any meal. We're gonna add a 1/2 tablespoon of pickle relish, 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, as well as a teaspoon-ish yellow or Dijon mustard. Then we'll add in a little black pepper and a little bit of onion powder. Let's mix that together. Once your tuna is ready, we're gonna go ahead and grab whatever 2 pieces of bread you've got in the bread box, and we're gonna butter that up. Once your bread is buttered up, we're gonna go ahead and place it butter side down. I got this pan preheated already, and we're just gonna spoon some tuna on there. Should take most of what you made. Looks good to me. Now we're gonna grab a choice of cheese. Now I went with the cheapest option here, American cheese, because after all, this video is about stretching your dollar, getting rid of some of that stuff that's been in your pantry because just groceries are so expensive nowadays. So we're gonna grab 2 pieces of cheese, put that on there. American cheese also melts up super well. If I had to make any other suggestions, I would say some provolone would also probably go really well on here. Making a good tuna melt is low and slow. So we're gonna let it go low because we want this cheese to melt. So we got it on a medium-low temperature. Of course, you could toast the bread up quick. If you also wanna go a different route, you can do it at medium temperature. You have to cover it up, and so some of that steam will come in and melt up that cheese. Check out that absolutely insane crust on there. Slow and slow wins the race. That is a melt if I ever seen one. Let's go ahead and cut this bad boy. My God. My Lord. Let's try out this tuna melt. Oh my God, that looks good as hell. I'm not gonna lie, this one's pretty messy. Wow, we did it again. This one might be the best. Absolutely delicious, super warm. You got that tanginess from that tuna, meltiness from that cheese. Perfect crust on there. And just like that, we got 3 super simple, low ingredient meals that'll help you clear out the pantry, help you save a little bit of money. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out some of the videos, and I'll see you in the next one.